How would you like to learn about a 20-year-old student who attends Norwalk Community College? He's in his junior year and he loves to travel with his family and spending time with friends, all while documenting whatever he can on footage. His love for film has encouraged him to take film courses this fall, and he hopes to use what he has learned in a future project. The Humanities Mass Communications Department at Norwalk Community College presents The New Directors, the show that introduces you to television's future writers, directors, and personalities. And now, join our host, Nico Spinelli, to meet the next new director.
Thank you for joining us for today's new edition of The New Directors. All of the people involved in this program are students in the television production course and are directing, switching, controlling audio, operating cameras, and acting as talent for the first time today. The guests you will meet on this show are students who, when not on the camera, are behind the scenes, working hard to bring this program to you with as few mistakes as possible. Each student has written and directed 4 different productions. This program will give them a chance to talk about themselves and the productions they've created, and give you the chance to get to know them and enjoy some of the work that they've done during the semester. Our guest today is a 20-year-old student from Greenwich, Connecticut, in his 3rd year at NCC who loves film and hanging out with friends. We would like to meet today's guest, Derek Terceros.
Nice to meet you.
So, Derek, tell me about yourself.
Well, film is something I have loved all my life. Ever since I was a kid, watching Jurassic Park 3, Lord of the Rings, or the original Star Wars trilogy. It's just something that's been very inspirational for me. And just everywhere I go, really, I've always tried to look for because I told myself about 2.5 to 3 years ago, if I were to film everyday stuff, no matter where I am, whether it's in my house, my car, at school, with my friends, out at the dinner or something, or with my family's on vacation, as you can see on screen, I just felt like I could pick up on a thing or two. And just honestly, I can tell you now, before taking this course, I feel like as if I have learned some stuff, not everything, of course. I'm not going to be naive about it, but I did get a good sense of how to compose shots with the golden ratio, or just using the rule of thirds to my advantage. And yeah, so again, bringing up how I would always go out with friends is just, I always have my phone. My iPhone 8 Plus is what you are seeing right now in terms of the footage. And as long as you know how to use it, really the iPhone quality can be very, very, very good. As you can see on screen, I'm with my friend Tiara using my iPhone. She's talking about how a shell looks like me. So what else about myself? Again, I love to see what I can get with friends at an average, doing everyday stuff that a kid of my age would do, and I just try to, when I film it, try to add a cinematic touch to it. When I film, I usually film in 24 frames per second as opposed to the 30 or 60 frames per second they have on the phone. And yeah, I could say one of my favorite places to film is probably the beach, as you can see right here. I feel like I can just get the best lighting at the right times of day, of course. And let's see. My editing skills for film also could be better, but I'll get into that a little bit more on in this interview. I could also use my drone, which my dad gifted to me as a birthday gift. And it's been really helpful. You can really get some nice shots with it. But yeah, film is something I always have in the back of my mind.
Tell me, why did you decide to take this semester's course at NCC for film and TV production?
Well, I've always loved it, and I've always realized that we had a class year for that, but for some reason I couldn't really tell you why I just didn't take it. Maybe it's because I was too naive or whatever. I'm here now, and really the main reason why I've taken this course this semester is for editing reasons. My editing could use a lot of work, and I feel like, again, I'll get more into this later on to the interview, but I feel like my editing has improved at least somewhat. And yeah.
What are some of the most useful things you've learned this semester?
Again, going back to the editing, let's say inserting clips into the Avid really helped me. Inserting and overwrite edits. learning how to put in music for clips and bringing up the volume when you need it or bringing it down when you need it if someone's talking. I learned how to put in text and titles. I learned on my own, didn't teach us this, but I learned on my own. I played around with the color correction. And I learned a lot about the compositions, the 6 rules of getting good, framed shots. And yeah, I'm really happy I took the class this semester, and yeah, I think the filming has been what I've learned the most, so it's been most useful for me. Yeah, that's it.
You've created 4 different projects this semester. Please tell us a little bit about each of them.
So the first project we worked on was My Cup of Tea project. And with that My Cup of Tea project, what I learned really was getting hands-on first using the field shot sheet and the edit decision list and working with actors too. Because as you see in my footage from before, I just shoot just landscapes and stuff. With My Cup of Tea and other projects, I'm using actors. As you can see on screen, my mom's walking down. Another thing I learned with the Cup of Tea project was I was introduced really to using diagrams in terms of where to put or where to set up your cameras to get the shot that you want. At first I was a bit confused by it, I'm not gonna lie, but eventually I did pick up on it and just got better at it as time went on, as you can see there. And then second was my student studies project. My student studies project, in my opinion, not my favorite in terms of my quality for it, but it was a good work. I did still enjoy it. It was more hands-on with storyboarding and script writing, so that was a bit that was good to work on, because script writing or working with scripts is something I also would like to work on a lot. Yeah, I've also just learned how to use a storyboard with it. So now moving on to my nature project. With my nature project is where I really went in and learned more, really got to learn about the 6 rules of composition, such as lines of grace, as you saw in the first shot, or framing shots, as you see here. Geometrical shots, as you can see, maybe the bow can kind of get a triangle. And again, framing shots with the foreground, and in the background, or foreground you can see trees, the middle ground you can see the water, in the background you can see what is Long Island. And so for the last project, I did Where's My Orange? And so with my orange, was probably the most difficult for me, because again, back to script writing is not my strong suit at all. Script writing is something that Where's My Orange did help me to improve on a bit, as I was able to write a story and able to put it on film. And with Where's My Orange, I was also able to use different types of camera movements, like the shift focus and whatnot.
So in your opinion, what was your best project and what made it so special?
In my opinion, my nature project was the best project. In my opinion, it was my favorite project because it was really fun to go out and shoot and get to learn all the lines of compositions. Also seeing how I can use my ISO and aperture. That's where I really learned to use the ISO and aperture to really get the light in. If I didn't have enough light, I could lower the aperture, get light in, or the ISO. I can really lower both. And if I needed more light, again, I can raise it. With Nature Project also, I liked it because I really thought I was able to really use what I learned from this class and what I've been able to pick up on within the past 2 years with my own stuff, and really kind of put it to show. And I really feel as if I have with the framing. I really feel like my framing with the shots in this project were really good. I feel like the geometrical shots that I got, as you see right there, were really pleasing to look at. And as well, I was able to get the lines of grace, I was able to get lines of emotions. And yeah, just the Nature Project was, as I said, it was something very fun to shoot.
So you told us you've learned a lot here. Now, how will you use this in your future?
How will I use this in the future? Well, I plan on using this to put into any future projects I use for personal reasons. Say for example, over the summer I did do a little vacation video when I went to Puerto Rico, And it's okay, you know, the editing in that video was not the best because, you know, I haven't taken this course at that point, and hopefully my next video will, you know, really like have that or show that editing, you know, that I've learned in terms of inserting music, balancing sounds out so that one doesn't override the other. And just, yeah, I really wanted to take what I've learned this semester and use it in the field.
Today, we got to meet someone who loves the art of filmmaking and capturing all that he can when he is out and about, whether it's in Puerto Rico with his family, in town with friends, or even back at home. As a new TV director, he hopes to apply what he has learned here today at NCC to add more cinematic, professional touch and look to it. He also plans to use the knowledge from TV One to hopefully go on and create short films and vacation videos. We would like to thank Terceros for joining us today.
No problem.
We hope you enjoyed meeting one of television's future directors, and we hope you will continue to join us each week to watch our progress. Thank you, and have a great day.
This has been The New Directors with your host, Nico Spinelli. This episode was directed by Michael Fiore. I'm your announcer, Andrew Tomasello. The New Directors is a Norwalk Community College student production.